Yay! Hello, Carla, my dear friend. So
Hello,
good to have this time with you.
thank you. It's lovely to be
Yes,
here with you.
welcome. I really am looking forward to have you share your experience and your gifts and your wisdom and all about this amazing tribe, the Shanenawa. I will let you speak shortly. I just want to tell the people that will be watching this video later how we met. So
Yeah,
I was living in the United States. I was based in Menlo Park in California, and there was a cacao ceremony. There was sound healing and cacao ceremony, and I was married at the time, and we joined the cacao ceremony, and there you were the medicine woman doing the beautiful ceremony with Mother Cacao. And I don't know if we met again a few more times, but I know that we stayed close. It was one of those meetings that you just know that you are sisters, and we just stayed. I know, I think I met you again because I ended up going to visit your sister's jewelry shop in San Francisco with
yeah.
you,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, we met again.
Yeah,
And
but
we
our
stayed,
short encounter was very deep, and
yes,
there was
yes.
this recognition of sisterhood, and
And
there
it's
were
so
beautiful.
important. It's so important to validate that today. I think more and more I feel that we need to come together and support each other and offer each other ways to express and share with with each other's groups, as it were, because we are meant to meet. We're meant to do this intricate weaving now. It's the part that has been missing and the part that we are all ready for. Um, I also wanted to share that for a while I've been feeling I guess it was a vision. It was from the white lions. At the time I didn't know they existed, but they were coming to me in dreams. And at the time I was holding a group called the Imaginarium, and we were listening into the field of consciousness. And when the lions came to me in my dream, had this deep message, which wasn't in words, but the message was of bringing people together, of bringing wise ones, elders, wisdom keepers, gatekeepers, all of the ones that have been busy working and preparing for the completion of, old earth and new earth, or whatever we want to call it. We are in this um, deep transitional point. And so throughout 5 years now, I've been calling the people together in groups. And it's only just recently that I started to put it on my YouTube channel. And when I saw that you were busy with what you're doing and the tribes and this amazing work that you're involved with, I knew that you were on some level part of this vision. And the vision was literally people, many, many people of many colors, many tribes, but all I could see was the feet on the earth and the dress and the regalia. But all I could see was the legs and the feet. I couldn't see above, but I knew that they were all concentric circles, just feet on the earth, and that they were, in many ways, they were the ones coming from the stars, landing to earth, now fully human, doing that part for what comes for new earth. So I feel that your work is so connected, and the tribe and all of the other wisdom keepers wherever they are in the world that haven't left their connection to the planet and to the plants and to nature. Um, I'm very excited for what you have to share. So please do.
Thank you for acknowledging that, because my womb is just like roaring a response of this connection to the earth. And I think that I had my time in California, many years there, and my call to Brazil was for this earth grid that was waiting for me to participate in a different way. You know, it has a lot to do with the energy of the earth. I live in a place full of crystals. I'm walking over crystals. I know that there is this very powerful grid that's part of the landscaping of what I have to receive and be activated and participate with. So Brazil is also this incredible place for me to be in now for this next unfolding of my own remembering, because I feel more like a remembering. Even in the cacao ceremony, I was activated with a lot of light language. And this is not something you learn, you just reach a vibrational frequency in your consciousness, in your body, and all those soul gifts that we each have is remembered. And when you share this vision of the white lion and the gathering of many feet and us together, it feels like also being together in community energetically in this way. We each also have energetic keys to activate each other.
So true. So in this moment, like this is like buzzing. My cells are buzzing with this truth. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So please tell us how you, I mean, I know that you were Brazilian, so how did you end up with the Shanenawa?
Yeah, first was the call to come back, to return to Brazil, which I never thought I would after 34 years, 36 years in California. And my soul called me, and I came back kicking and screaming because it was not on my plans. Little did I know. But once I was here, I felt that there was this ancestral healing that was calling me to be discovered. And it was a level of that I knew was to connect with the original people of the land. And you know, like going to the Amazon was like this big, like, it's so far away, it's such a foreign land, you know, Brazil is huge. And I just had this really hard feeling that I would want to connect with the indigenous tribes. I didn't know whom because there are so many, and I didn't know where. And honestly, I go for walks in the valley every morning. And one day I'm walking back and it's 7 in the morning. And there were a group of Hunikuin, which is an ethnic group, singing at a veranda of this hotel. And when I heard the live song, it was so surreal. I thought they were playing music in a car. And when I look up in this veranda, there they were. It was like, what? I returned later because they had finished a ceremony, like a little kid who has seen Santa Claus at Christmas time. I said, I want to meet you. Can we have time together? I didn't even know what to ask, how to introduce myself, other this utter excitement that I found a tribe. We spent 2 hours together in this incredible, beautiful ceremony without the plant medicine, but they just ceremony me through songs. And I was home. I even get emotional remembering that. And I got back home, and the next week I was in a ceremony, an ayahuasca ceremony with them. And there was a big group of women participating, shamans there. And I looked at her and I said, I'm going to the forest. She said, you will come. Next month we have a women's retreat. And there I was. A month later, everything unfolded that I was in the forest for my first time. And oh, that was incredible. You know, you take a boat to travel to their village. And when I got there, I felt the earth, Gaia, the womb of his energy, holding me and receiving me. It was a homecoming. Going to the forest was a homecoming. And the energies were humongous. It was beyond what my body was accustomed to partake. And I was there for 10 days in this immersion with the Hoodie Queen tribe, was my first introduction. And the plant medicine. And when I returned home, I was like, this was profound, this was special, but I yet have to find my tribe. There was this. Shortly after, I stayed for a month. I had a 10-day retreat and I stayed for a month visiting different villages and cultures in this feeling of there is a consciousness that resonates to my next level of learning, and I must find them. I was in a search, When I came back, and I was my first contact with the Shanenawa. I visited their village, and I met Pajamana Shanenawa, who is a shaman, one of the young shamans in the villages. He's just 28 years old, but he was initiated at 10 years old. And I asked him, how do you become a paje? Paje is the word for shaman. He's the spiritual leader of this village. Is it inherited by your ancestors? He said, you can inherit the knowledge, but the calling comes from the plant spirit, comes from the land. And the story is that he has a big family, as many indigenous families have, and he was the one who received the call. And he said, you would go to the forest and receive teachings from the birds, from the spirits of nature, from the medicines, and they call everything sacred. And the medicines is the tree, are the birds, are the snakes. There is an incredible interconnectedness as what is sacred. And he would return to the village with a knowledge that kids his age didn't have, just downloads of wisdom. And then he had to make the decision, he tells me, is this the path you want to take? Because it's a very hardest path. You have to abdicate a lot of your free will to become a student and to partake in the disciplinary diets and studies. So I have deep respect for Pajamana, because the first time I connected with him, I was like, this young kid. But we know better than that, when you experience the wisdom of spirit. And also the erroneous idea that I had that, I had this archetypal that an older man, a shaman had to be this older man of the village. And he's supported by all those, but he's very young and very serious and integral about his work. So I became a student. And so I've been to the village many times. I take groups as a guide translator. They do speak Portuguese, but they have their native language as well. And as a Portuguese and English speaker, I started to be so passionate about the teachings and about my own experiences that I naturally started to share with people. Do you know they exist? Do you know that these incredible guardians of the land are here to share their medicine, their wisdom? And one of the medicines that I love and totally connected deeply with me is the medicine of singing prayers. The first time I went to ceremony, I'm singing their prayers that I never heard.
Mm.
And I rather felt they were sung through me because I was, in a sacred ceremony of ayahuasca. And one of the things that I want to say is that I don't take medicine outside ceremonial space, you know. And for people who are interested in experiencing sacred plant medicine, there is the power of the medicine, but there is also the container and the conductor, which is the shaman. The conductor is guiding, protecting the space. And I call like the orchestra, orchestrating the energy field is the work of a responsible, ethical, and also knowledgeable shaman. Because some people go to the forest and they take medicine and they go back to their countries and they say, I'm a shaman.
Yeah.
It's a very long path. And so I trust the knowledge of Pajamana, have done many ceremonies with him, and I only take people to shamans that I know who are well trained. Because there is a danger of taking plant medicine without the care, the knowledge, the, the, the sacred field, the protection. And that's why sometimes people hear horrible stories, which shouldn't be happening if it's well conducted. So I was there recently. I was there in July. I took a group in July for the festival. Every year in July, they have a 10-day retreat, which is the opportunity to be immersed in the village with the people, learning the music, witnessing the way of living. Some of them have never left the village. So there is a whole beautiful communal energy and love and care they have for us to share. They feel so grateful for those of us who go there. And it's also one way to bring financial resources to the village, because the way they create financial resources to maintain the village and create their crops, their pond, schools, and what the village needs is through bringing the ceremonies outside the village, teaching the culture, bringing the healings, but also create financial resources to bring back and create projects for the village. Because those aldeias, they don't have a lot of resources from the government. And so now the Shanenawa people, the Kenemera village, has opened an institute, Institute Kapanawa in Brasilia, where there will be events when they are not in the forest and come to Brasilia. They have events and ceremonies. This last time I was there, each time is deeper and more profound. I have my own personal initiations, and I have, it's a study. Each ceremony of ayahuasca is a deep study to dive into the places that, even though I've been a meditator, I've studied many modalities, I don't access in this depth as I do with the plant medicine. So I have deep respect for the plant medicines. The Shanenawa, in ceremony, they use the ayahuasca, which they call uni shipan, uni for short. Each tribe in their own language have a name. They use the medicine of rapé, which is a tobacco snuff, a combination of ground tobacco with the forest herbs that's snuffed into their nose, which I also study with this medicine. And they have a medicine that's an eye drop called sananga. And sananga opens your vision, cleans your vision. Also, the rapé medicine, which I love, is the medicine of silence. you know, and in ceremonies, the paget blows into your nose and pulls you. You are in deep communion with the silence of self. And because the tobacco is the conductor of those herbs, there is also the spirit of the medicine of the tobacco. Each plant medicine has its own spirit. And what I feel when I'm in ceremony is that they bring the wisdom of their ancestors, you know. The paget is there, but many ancestors are caretakers of this energy field. They bring wisdom, they bring healings. I have experienced deep cellular healings where I felt the medicine completely activating my cells and the memories and some of the teachings, and they're very unique for each of us. As Paget Maná says, the ayahuasca medicine is a spirit, and spirit is infinite. It's infinite. She will meet you, and I refer to her as like a grandmother, this ancient grandmother of wisdom, who teaches very lovingly when we surrender to the lesson to be given. And some lessons are so simple. Every time I go to ceremony, I go with an intention. And some lessons are so like folding as petals of a rose to take you deeper into your center. Always very unique, always perfectly designed.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow, I feel as you speak of the plant medicine spirit, I feel it. Amazing. Thank you for sharing your personal journey there and how you were called to the forest and you were guided to this particular tribe and then to the paget. Amazing story. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm sure there'll be lots of people that will be interested in finding out more. So I will put all of your details here below for them to contact. Is that okay? Can they contact you if they're interested? I'm sure this will resonate deeply with many. And well, I have two questions. One question is about the star beings. If they have stories of beginning of time that are connected to the stars.
They do, and each tribe has its own cosmology. You know, even the story of the plant medicine of ayahuasca. The Shanenawa say it was hidden deep on the bottom of the sea, and a woman was holding this wisdom, and then she finds it's a very deep, big story, but I'm gonna cut short. And she gives to this man, to indigenous men, because the consciousness of the collective wasn't ready to receive this plant medicine. But also the Shanenawa is very connected to the jiboia, the boa, the energy of the boa, which I have here in this bracelet. Even the jewelry has different designs of but the boa is a very sacred energy and animal and guardian of the tribe. Very connected to the stars and the cosmos. There are many, many beautiful stories, and yes, they know we are connected to the stars and know we are connected to inner earth. Everything is like a symbiotic relationship.
It's just so beautiful that they haven't forgotten that they were able to transfer this wisdom, you know, through their song and through their ancestry, and and I guess it is told to each other, right? It's passed down, the
Yes, the stories are
generation of
told,
stories.
and also the songs are sang. One of the things that I experienced so deeply, especially when I come back from the forest, I miss the songs. They have songs for plantation, songs for harvesting, songs for the water. And because particularly the Shanenawa being the tribe of the bluebird, there's so many songs.
Tell us about that.
Yes, the Shanenawa means people of the bluebird. And this bluebird is a sacred bird, not seen by all. It's a cosmic bird. And usually only the shamans have visions of this bluebird. But many of their songs are the calling of many sacred birds. And it's beautiful to be there because you can be in a ceremony, especially in the morning. Ceremony is overnight, and as the sun is rising, they start to call, and the birds. I experience that very much here. I'm singing, and birds come and sit. So much so that today I was getting dressed and I didn't have a headpiece. And Spirit said, "How can you talk about us without feathers?" And one of the reasons they wear, especially for ceremony, it's like a protective shield of when you put the headpiece, you're protecting your head, but you also connect to the sky and the higher consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have to say, because this headpiece is looking at me, I have a macaw headpiece that I had for years decorating my wall. And I could never put in my head because the energy was beyond what I could partake. And this last trip, we had 6 ceremonies of ayahuasca in these 15 days. And on my last ceremony, I had taken on my suitcase just in case. It called me, and I had this incredible experience with the macaw cosmology during ceremony. So each piece, the jewelry have meaning. This is the jiboya, the boa. The clothes, these are called kanans, which are sacred geometric designs. Many of them are symbolizing different animals. And I particularly connect deeply with the boa, the snake, and the white butterflies. So I want to show you this beautiful piece made by the Shanenawa women. This is all beads, small beads that they take months to design. And in my last ceremony, I received the boa energy as incredible healing of transformation and alchemical awakening within myself. And I have to say, one of the things that are so beautiful about my journey with plant medicine is that it has shown me that I am medicine. So it's not just experiencing ceremonies and going home and wanting to experience something outside of self. Mana, Pasha Mana, he says there are 3 kinds of people. The users of plant medicine, they're seeking some kind of outer body experience, and the student who embodies what they had receiving ceremony, and the teacher who becomes the one who is really integrating the teaching and leaving the experience for oneself. So your life becomes that medicine that you don't have to speak about. Your life is an expression of good relations because they really value family structure and good relations. separations. That's a beautiful thing about the Shanenawa that I see.
Mm.
No competition of you are better. I have to push you away so I can be seen or special. That's one of the beautiful things that I noticed. They find that each of us have a very unique gift of contribution to the collective. So together, we are more. What
Together
you
we're
have,
more.
together we are more.
Love it.
In unity, we grow, not in separation. So I see this incredible desire to make everyone going forth to find their own gift, which is the medicine that we came here, each of us already have this forgotten medicine, unique medicine to be remembered, to be shared with the whole earth.
So beautiful. So profound. The simpleness of it is just so profound. As you say, the medicine that is silence sounded so profound, and together we are more. That is such a it's like I want to say it's neon lights. Together we are more. Like we can't forget that. We can't forget that coming together. We ignite each other, right? We inspire each other. We encode each other. We activate each other. And then what is not possible when we come together?
And also the wisdom of the land has been forgotten. The sacredness of the land has been forgotten. And it has its medicine in its simple presence. So that's the invitation to all of us to really take moments into the silence of ourselves and just be with nature wherever you are. It doesn't have to be a lush forest. Put your feet on the ground, feel her, let her pulse vibrate and harmonize, and feel the sacredness and the medicine that she's constantly delivering. She's a giver. So as we put our feet on the earth, wherever you are, let her nourish you.
I feel it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, and the sounds of nature, the sounds of songs of bird. I love that you shared that the ancient songs are also keys, right? That activate frequencies in your field. I feel that.
And I feel that particularly during ceremonies. There are songs to open the field, to protect. There are songs to activate the power of the medicine. There are songs to bring you into the depths of your shadow. There are songs to bring you and touch your joy. I call Mana Shanenawa the orchestra of healing through sound, because he's a maestro. You know, they bring the sounds, and that's a tradition, by the way, of all indigenous tribes that do plant medicine, is through the sound, and there is singing all night long. The ceremony can be from 6 to 10 hours, from 10, 11 p.m. to sunrise. So, and he's singing and prayer, sacred prayers. Imagine being immersed for those many hours into being sang through sacred prayers.
Mm. I know that I had the privilege to be a sun dancer with the Lakota people, and we do 4 days and 4 nights, and it ends on the solstice of well, summer in the northern hemisphere. And yes, it's through song and the fires. Also, the fires are kept going for those 4 days, and the songs are, because it's a sun dance with dancing with the sun, so it's from sunrise to sunset. So I know listening to those songs, it's just, oh yes, it's a deep memory. We have a deep memory in our physical body is a technology. I am always stressing that we need to remember that our technology is sentient, and sentient is communicative. It communicates with all beings, all of life, all the sentient fields, earth to stars, inner earth, each other. And yes, sound has sound, and I love the part that you're bringing about the medicine. I've never taken part. I have always said that if I ever go to medicine, I will be called. I will be invited. So that hasn't occurred yet, but thank you for sharing. That is so powerful. And I want to ask you, please feel free to decline, but I would love to hear a song if you're willing to sing. I know that this is a Zoom technology we're on, and often it will not record song. But maybe if you could just, are you allowed to sing a ceremonial song? Maybe just a phrase,
I
just
can
for us to
sing
hear.
their greeting song.
Okay.
It's called Wamene, and Wamene is saying when the men go hunting and return to the forest with their hunt. He's saying when we arrive in the forest and we are guests and they're welcoming us. So it's a welcoming song. There are songs that are not to be sang outside ceremony. There are songs that are not to be recorded. In fact, I just entered an apprenticeship that I'm going to a diet in December, where I spend 15 days in the deep forest, not in the village, like in isolation with the women shaman and Pajamana, to learn to receive the prayers. It's a 3-year apprenticeship.
Wow.
And I feel a deep privilege. It's called Chana. Chana is to sing like a bird. And because they don't pass these teachings to, I'm considered a Nawa. Nawa is a white person, not indigenous. I'm a Nawa. So they call me Nawa, not being indigenous. So it's a deep privilege to be having this opportunity to start this diet for 15 days in the forest with them to receive the spirit of the prayers.
Wonderful. But before you,
yes, I'm sorry.
thank you. Before you sing us, and try just a part and see if it is recorded, because sometimes the sound doesn't come through. But before you do that, tell us about the November 27. There is a gathering in Brasilia, and
here
maybe
comes an
people can join.
invitation, because there is the experience to go to the forest for this deep immersion every July. And Mana, being a visionary that he is, he's doing a gathering of the tribes. For now, we have 12 different ethnic groups coming from all different areas in the Amazon in Brazil, gathering for 5 days in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, from November 27th to December 1st. So it'll be 5 days immersion with all these different ethnic groups. We have 4 different ceremonies of ayahuasca, Jurema, which is another medicine, dances, lectures, music, and the sharing of their culture. So this is like bringing the forest to the urban area for those who cannot make all the way to the Amazon. So it's a great opportunity. November 27th to December 1st,
Amazing.
2024.
And that would be a good intro, right? If somebody is called to then.
It's a great intro because there you'll be exposed to so many different ethnic groups. You may be able to relate more to one group or the other. You can choose what medicine or not you want to partake. Maybe you just want to be there for the cultural aspect and don't want to experience a ceremony at night. So there will be many opportunities to explore. Plus, it's not in the forest, so it's much easier to be in the city. City is a capital city near international airports, if anyone wants to come. And I'll be your translator and guide.
Ah, I wish I could join you. How amazing. How amazing. So I will put the details below so they can contact you if they're.
Yes, my website has all the program and description of the whole festival.
Wonderful. Oh, may we receive a song or just a part of a song? Is there anything else you want to share before? Because I feel like once you sing, it'll be nice to just stay in silence and just say goodbye.
Yes, I want to thank you so much for this opportunity to touch this place that is so deep for me to experience and to share. And I got involved with them, and my passion is to share their culture, to let people know they exist and that they have incredible ancestral wisdom to be shared. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely. I feel certainly I feel very blessed to hear all that you shared, but I'm sure many that will listen will feel very inspired to really listen to their calling, because it was a calling, right? Even if you said you've returned to Brazil kicking and screaming, but there was something there and you listened to your soul. And I hope that this will be an inspiration for anybody listening, that the soul is powerful. And when we are in alignment, trust and listen, trust and listen.
Yes, this unfolded so much bigger than I ever imagined.
Just magic, just pure magic. Thank you so much.
Great joy for me to experience and share. So I feel I'm in alignment with the call.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wamene is a song sang to greet the hunters when they return to the village after many days hunting. The women lined up with a big feast and received the men back into the village with Wamene. When we go into the village, they line up and sing us welcoming song. Wamene is sang by the Shanenawa tribe, the tribe of the bluebird. Wamene, 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 wamene. Wamene, 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 wamene. Koyara, 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 koyara. Koyara, 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 koyara. Koya te te, koya te te, koya te te, koya te te. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Mm.
Arakana wai, arakana wai, arakana wai, arakana wai. Arakana wai, arakana wai, arakana wai, arakana wai.
Mm.
Wamene, 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 wamene. Shava, shava.
Yeah, such an honor to listen to you and to be in your presence and to witness your journey, my dear. So grateful to be here, Carla, with you for this time, and so looking forward to hearing what else will you be doing and bringing and being. So I hope that one day our paths join and maybe I can be in the forest with you.
Yes, that would be beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
If not, come to the Shanenawa Kapanawa Institute in Brasilia when Mana is here. Thank you. And as
Mm.
they say, the Shanenawa people greet when you meet and when you go away, Shava Shava.
Shava, Shava. Thank
Shava
you.
Shava.
Shava,
Thank you.
Shava. Much love, my dear.
Thank you. You too.
Super grateful for this time.
Great to
Much
be
love.
with you. And thank you.
So for the ones listening, I will list everything below. Much love.
Thank you.
Mm.
Bye bye.